So we're back again, and we did a couple things, and we're going to do something really exciting today. We stuffed our first bunch of envelopes.
Envelope system. Yes.
So we are gonna put it all together, and we've also decided that today is the day, and we are gonna cut all of the credit cards. This is my bunch.
And this is my bunch.
Ah, so they're all gonna get cut today at the end of the video, and hopefully we don't hyperventilate and pass out. But it's really exciting because I'm actually really close to paying off completely two of my cards. I'm a couple $100s away. So this way I don't have a temptation
To go and use them again.
to go and use them. So we'll cut them and they'll be gone. So first I want to walk you through what we did with our envelope system, and how I'm going to use my very cool, I did a unboxing of my SavvySense wallet. So we'll go through that in a minute. So we ended up going through and we did our monthly budget. So we put in our, 4 walls, the stuff we need to have to survive. So like rent, babysitting, we both work, and we're both full-time students. So babysitting's a must for us. My daughter's lunch, her cell phone, food, gas, and additional expenses and allowances. So you can see it's a little messy. It's a work in progress. We're trying to get it as close to $0 at the end of the month as possible, and making sure we fund as much as possible and pay off as much debt as possible. So we did the monthly budget, and then we also did our sinking funds. So we went through and we pretty much thought about everything that we do, that our kids do, everything we want to continue doing for the next year. And then we went through and said, realistically, what can we fund? So not everything you see here made the cut. We are trying to get out of debt. So we had quite a bit that we had to consider. Now there's certain things like college tuition, parking fees. Like I said, we both go to school and we both work, so we don't really get these for free like other students. We actually have to pay for them. So that's a must. House and appliance, all this stuff we've been talking about, really nothing here is going to be financed for the first 12 months. It just did not make the cut. Then the new car fund, right now, like I said, we both work, and we have one car. Robert has a motorcycle he uses, but when we need to carpool the kids around, that's a little iffy. Our older daughter will ride this motorcycle with him, but we have 3 kids, so that's something we need to fund sooner than later. And then it goes on, health and insurances. Robert's doing his citizenship, so yay for him. Birthday parties and our daughter's 15th birthday, big tradition, so of course we have to try to do something for her. Not huge, but something she'll remember for the rest of her life. So these are all the things that we considered. So what we ended up doing is, off of this, we had a pretty lengthy conversation. Actually, it's been like 3 conversations. And then we developed our cash envelope system. So you guys can see we have 2 expandable folders to hold all the envelopes. And the reason we did 2 is we did one for monthly expenses. This is the stuff, our 4 walls right here, what we need to survive. And then what's over here is our sinking fund. Now you guys are gonna ask, where is debt? Where are we paying our debt? Most of our debt payments are being done through our bank, because as we're paying off credit cards and stuff like that, we get a discount when we pay when we do online banking and we pay it online. So like for one of my cards, I get as much as like $5 off. So that's pretty cool. So that's why we don't per se have a debt envelope. Another thing is, as we've been talking to older accounts that are in collections, and we have negotiated with those debt collectors, we don't have that cash here because we end up sending them a check directly from our bank account. So that's the way we're handling that. So I'm going to crack into this and just kind of go through it real quick. So the very first thing is our donation, what we have decided to do for church. Then the next thing is our rent, food, all our grocery allowances, our gas, my daughter's lunch. And the reason why she gets a lunch and not the other kids, that might sound weird, is because she goes to school about 40 miles away from home, and she does a lot of extracurricular activities. So sometimes she's there from about 7:20 to 5. So this is money for her to be able to buy a snack and to buy pretty much dinner when she's out there. We do pack her a snack, but you know, it'd be a little much for her to keep 2 meals worth of food in her locker all day. So we do allocate some money for her. Childcare, and then we have the kids' commissions. So they get paid weekly, and that's the money that they could earn. It's not for sure, but they have the possibility of earning $30 a month. But it depends on their performance and what they do around the house. Our entertainment, right now we're 5 of us, and we've decided only to fund $100. I think if we had no entertainment, our kids would go completely insane. And so would we. So we're only allocating $100 a month. It's a little small, but that's all we can do right now. My personal expenses, which is mostly stuff for school and office supplies and like Scantrons I have to buy and whatnot. Robert's too. Our kids do go to a private school, so their tuition. Halloween fund, yay! We've decided to fund $50 for Halloween costumes, $10 to go to the Goodwill. So $10 a piece for Goodwill. So that's how we're gonna handle the holiday. And actually it's made the kids think of really creative outfits or creative ways of getting more money for the Halloween costumes they want. So this is kind of our must-haves for the month. Now you notice Halloween's in here. That's obviously not something we do every month, but we did set a little bit of money aside for that. So because this is October, we did pop it into this month. At the end of the month, it'll go back to its home. So that's that one. Now for our sinking funds, how I decided to divide this is by quarter. So January through March, April through June, July through September, October through December, recurring expenses, and then our goals, what we really want to fund. So starting at the beginning of the year, New Year's, they do a really cool fireworks display out by the beach, but they sell tickets to go watch that, so maybe that's something we can fund. This one is a big must for us. All our kids play softball. They've played for many years, and our girls are at the point where they're starting to be scouted for different organizations for softball, so that's something we feel very passionate about. Our son does play football, so he gets his envelope here. 4th of July, we're only allocating $30 for fireworks. We live pretty close to where the city does their fireworks, so we just park it outside in the front yard and watch their show for free. School expenses for the kids, so this is everything from Kleenex to notebook paper, everything that they'll need for their new year. So that's why it's in this month, July and September. And as we go through to the end of the year, Halloween will get popped back in here, and then we have Christmas, Thanksgiving. We do family pictures every year. We have a great photographer that's so generous, and she only charges us $100, and her pictures are phenomenal. So that's something we do yearly. And then we have our recurring expenses, but they're not necessarily monthly expenses. So like our college fees are due at the end of each term. So it's about every 17 weeks. So it's I know it's an odd number, but that's why it's in here. Car maintenance, we try to get the car maintained at least a couple of times a year. Now that we're using it so much as our only vehicle, it's going to have to be a lot more or a lot sooner than that. So that's in there. Our health care, this is stuff like our deductibles and co-pays and whatnot. Eyeglasses, stuff that happens kind of randomly throughout the year. For the last 3 weeks, I've had to take a child to the doctor every week. So this has been used a lot. Citizenship, birthday monies. We have a big family, so pretty much every month we have a birthday. And then personal, mom and dad. So this is stuff like for my husband and I, clothes, shoes, grooming, vitamins, stuff that isn't necessarily monthly, but we do need. So that's in there. And then our goal stuff is new car, our daughter's 15th birthday, her 15, and our house, the house we want to fund. So that is our sinking funds and savings accounts. So like I said, our debt is handled separately from this, and this gets funded first, our debt second, and then the sinking funds. So that's pretty much how we're handling it. So I did end up getting the Savvy Sense wallet, and I went ahead and I have $1. That's all I have, $1. It's so sad. No, it's $1 that has been with me since my other wallet, so it'll just hang out in there, and in case I ever want to get a water bottle or something. My ID, my license, passport card. We did get a gift card recently for yogurt, so that's hanging out in here. My school ID, and then in our town they do these really cool discount cards for school fundraisers. So I actually got gifted this one. So that's in here. And then I do get a little bit of financial aid. So my school does give me a debit card to access those funds. It's not very much. It's only like about $50 a term, but it's enough to buy my parking pass and I think my health fee. I think that's as much as I can afford with what they give me. But that's gonna stay in here. I did have a debit card, but I've decided not to use it because I'm going to try to be really good with the envelope system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the money from here and stick it in here. So our food budget, I do plan to go to the grocery store in the next couple of days. So I'm taking that. I also adhered this check register to each envelope. And so when we made the deposit, so we put $250, and that's good for about 2 weeks for us. We go through about $500 a month of food, between $500 to $600, depending how many outings we have. Like when the kids were playing tournaments and stuff, it was a little bit more, but we're done with softball for now. So we should be back in the 500 range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $100 from here and leave $150 for the groceries for this next week. So $100 should be fine. And I am putting labels on here. So do not fret. I know what the money's for, and I'll label it with my cool label at my office. But for now, it doesn't really have a label. Gas. We go, like I mentioned, our daughter goes to school about 40 miles away from home. And this is one of our biggest expenses a month. We have a little Jeep Liberty, and it's a 4x4. So it is a killer on gas. It takes so much gas. We go through about $400 to as much as $600 a month on fuel. So $240 is only gonna last us 2 weeks. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But she is playing tennis now, so that's a school-sponsored event, so I really don't have to pay anything for that. She has all her gear provided to her from school. But it might be a little more this month because we have to commute back and forth for games. So I'm only going to take $50 for fuel. And you might be asking, why am I not writing it down? Because I will actually write it down when I have the receipt. And then we put the receipts away. And the last one I'm going to take money for is entertainment. We have a Regal Theater down the street from us, and they show movies for $3 there. It's not the new releases. They've been in theaters for a little while, and then they moved them. We call them to the old theater because that's a little bit older than the newer big RPX complex they built. So they use their old theater for older movies that have been in the theater for more than a month, and they show them for $3. So it's pretty cool. We also have a drive-in in our town. A lot of places here in California don't really have drive-ins anymore, but we do, and we love it because they show 2 feature films, and it's like, I think it's $6 per adult and like $5 for the kids or something like that. But that's really cool because we can take pizza or we can take snacks from home, and we don't have to worry about, the super expensive concession stand. So for entertainment, we are planning to go to the movie today. And we told the kids we take them in November, so that's for that time. But today we're gonna see a cartoon that the kids wanted to see. So we're gonna take $50. We won't go through all of this. Usually it's about $40, but my parents are coming with us today. And I don't know if they are planning to pay for themselves since we invited. So we will take money to cover their tickets in case they, in case they don't, I guess. So that is all I am taking. So I'm taking my food budget. I always put it first. Food is first. Our transportation, our gas budget, and then entertainment. And so once I get all my receipts, I'll bring them back. I'll make a note on our check register. And that's how we track all of our spending right now. All right, so here we go. I guess I should show you guys how many I have. I have 7. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ranging from the MasterCards to the Visas of the world. So it's time. This is actually the one that I'm almost done paying off, so I'm pretty excited. Ready? Oh. Ow, that pinched me. I don't even have the security chip thing. Okay, last one. Goodbye. Oh, I only owe like $40 on this one. So, yay. They're all done. Gone. That's pretty scary. Okay. All right, Robert's turn.
So I guess since my wife did it, I gotta do it too. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Some of these are Targets, Visas, MasterCards, and then I have one. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4,
They know.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 shilling. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Bye back.
All right, we did it. We cut all. How many did we have in together?
I had 9, she had 7, so
7.
16 credit cards in total.
I know.
And that's gonna keep us away from swiping them,
Getting
obviously.
back where we were. So no more credit cards. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I didn't know he had 9, actually. Well, I guess I knew because we do the budget together. But it's different when it's just a cell in Excel, you know, just a number there, than like
Actually
there's
seeing the
actually
cards.
9 cards. And I'm not, you know, criticizing him whatsoever. I had 7, so. But that's a lot of cards between us. That's a lot of debt.
That's a lot of fees. That's interest rates ranging from 17 to 24%.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
a lot of money we were
That,
throwing away on pointless stuff that's in our garage sale now. Ridiculous, right? All right, well, I hope this inspires you guys to do your own cutting at home. And you know, this isn't a phase. It's, as Dave Ramsey says, 80% habitual and 20% head knowledge. So we just gotta. We're
change your
really great
habits.
at making money.
Yes.
We're
We're
very
very-
blessed at that.
And
and
we're great
we'll-
at spending it too.
Really dumb spending it. I can say that because now I realize that we are very reckless with our money. So we have to do the right thing and get ourselves out of the place we put ourselves in and give our kids something and their kids and their kids. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and hope to see you soon.
Yep.